Hello, I'm Steph and today I'm going to demonstrate how to use a coiling gizmo. You can get a very basic coiling gizmo which has a small bracket and the basic wires that you then slot in to use to coil the wire. There is now a deluxe version which comes with a very handy clamp to clamp your device to the table, which means it's a little bit more hands-free and a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to use some 0.6 coloured wire today. I'm going for emerald green, and I'm going to coil this wire up using one of the small bars on the gizmo. These just slot into small holes either side of the bracket, and then you wind it up like so. So just to get started, you attach the wire to this top part of the barrel, so just wrap that round twice there. It's basically just to stop it from moving around as you work with the wire. And then with this piece of wire going straight down, I'm going to hold on to that with my left hand, so that's nice and straight, and then I'm going to do the winding with my dominant right hand. And basically you just slowly and steadily wind the right wire around the barrel, creating your coil. The temptation is to go really fast, but that's when you end up getting gaps in your coils and you lose grip of the wire, so it's best to just go slow and steady. I'm using approximately a 75cm length of wire, which feels like a lot when you're coiling it up, but once you then work with your coil, obviously it's going to get a lot shorter. The nice thing about these coiling gizmos as well is that they're very easy to use whether you're left or right-handed. Just by slotting the barrel in from the other side, you can use it left-handedly. So getting close to the end of my wire now. You'll eventually get to a point where you can't really hold it, and at that point you can stop. So here we just need to snip off the wire here. I'm just going to use my flush cutters to release the wire. And there's a little chop there. And then this will slide off the barrel and out of the device. So that's my coil. I'm just going to neaten this up now. And using flush cutters, I'm just going to trim off the final coil on each side. Just like so. And now our coil can now be used for a huge number of things, but what works really nicely is creating actual beads from the coils. So these are a few examples we've made before. So to do that, you're going to use the coiling gizmo again, but with a larger barrel into the device. So I'll move those out of the way. So you can see here they come in lots of different sizes, and there's different holes up the side. So this one will go into a slightly larger hole to accommodate the barrel. And do a very similar thing with what we did before with the wire. I'm going to use a thicker silver plated wire to make the ends. So like this example here, you can see the wire coming out of the ends there. So I'm working with a shorter length of wire, about half a metre, 50cm. And I'm going to do exactly the same again and secure my thicker 0.8 silver plated wire to the barrel. And then, as well as holding this, I'm going to slide my coiled piece of 0.6 wire onto the wire, so you can see that there. And to begin with, I'm just going to coil the silver plated wire, so just a few rounds. It's always best to do a few more coils than you think you need, because it's a lot easier to snip off a few at the end rather than wish you'd done a few more. So now that I've got a few of the silver plated coils, I'm going to slide up my coloured wire and then hold that in place, and then as I coil it will twist around the barrel and create a lovely effect. And again, when I get to the other side, I'm just going to do a few coils of the silver plated wire to match the beginning. And again, we can chop that off as we did before and slide it off the gizmo. Again, we want to just neaten up the ends with the flush cutters. And I can see here I've got one too many coils on this side, so I'm just going to snip an extra one off there. There we go. And now we have another bead. And these look really effective, threaded onto thick cord, or even just used as they are.